Let's talk beauty on a budget. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristin. I am a blogger at senseandpurpose.com, where I share all about our personal finance journey to help you love life on a budget. Now today I am teaming up with some awesome ladies, and we are doing a collab video to share with you all of our best frugal beauty tips and products. As women, we are constantly having super expensive beauty products, treatments, regimens shoved in our faces all day long. But I am here to tell you that beauty does not have to be expensive. It does not have to break the budget. So I've asked a couple of my friends from here on YouTube to team up with me today to share some of our favorite ways that we stay feeling beautiful on a budget. Today, I'm teaming up with Mary from Pennies Not Perfection and with Kate from Kaden. I'm going to have both their videos listed down below, and I just know these ladies are going to give you some excellent tips because they are such wonderful frugal mamas and both beautiful women inside and out. So let's go ahead and get started. I used to work with a woman who looked so much younger than she really was. This is probably when I was about 20 years old. And one day I asked her what was the secret to looking so young, and she told me moisturizing. Now, I have very dry skin. I always have my entire life. I have dry skin, I have dry hair. So moisturizing has been probably the number one part of my daily beauty regimen since as long as I can remember. But I want to also mention that I have really sensitive skin, especially on my face. So while I have tried lots of wonderful products over the years, a lot of them just don't work. They give me a weird texture. In fact, just this week, I had tried something new on my skin and I had this really weird, like bumpy texture, almost a rash, but all over my face. It was pretty embarrassing. I really tend to stick with my good old standby. And let me tell you, my favorite lotion of all times is this. Now, I don't want to do like the whole beauty blogger thing because I definitely am not. But I do have a new light, so I apologize in advance because it's going to give a lot of glares. This is Walmart brand. It says Moisture Care Advanced Recovery on it. This is what I use for everything. I use it all over my whole body, and I use it on my face at least twice a day. Sometimes even more since I work from home, and if my face feels dry throughout the day, I will slather it on there. First of all, this is substantially cheaper than the Vaseline brand. And second of all, the reason I love this lotion so much is because it's hypoallergenic, it has no fragrance, it has no dyes in it, and it's also really thick and works very well for my super dry skin on my face and my whole body. It's gentle enough to be used on my face without aggravating me, and I'm also prone to eczema, and this lotion over the years has helped me get rid of and actually keep my eczema away. So if you have super sensitive skin and eczema, pick this up. There's a Vaseline brand, and then both Target and Walmart have generic brands that are just as good. I have tried them all. I've used them all multiple times. I absolutely swear by this. The next thing I want to talk about is perfume. Now, I do have a couple different big brand perfumes, usually that I've been given for a gift. I'm not a huge perfume person because I have a very sensitive nose and the smells really get to me and give me a headache after a while if they are too strong. But I was smelling this, again, let me see if you can see it. It's called Sea Salt Fig by Kindred Goods. And this is actually from Old Navy, guys. They have had these for a couple years now. They have an entire line. You can only find them in store and by the checkout. They are amazing. I love this scent in particular because it's unlike anything I've ever smelled before. And I think it works well year round. It's perfumed enough that you don't have to use a lot, but it's not too strong that it becomes overwhelming or overpowering. It's amazing. I get compliments on this scent all the time. Couple things I want to mention. It's only, I think, $10, $12 maybe. And if you like a scent, they also have a whole bunch of other items in the line. Body lotion, hand lotion, body spray, and I think they even have roller balls. I love this. I actually keep one as a backup in my drawer, and I will probably grab one next time I go to Old Navy too, because I'm so scared that they're going to discontinue this scent. It is by far my favorite, but they have a whole bunch of scents, and they also bring in new ones periodically. They're very affordable, and I think they're good quality, and they smell amazing. And while I do like smelling good, I do not believe in spending $100 for a huge bottle of perfume. Although again, I'm not judging, so if that's your thing, if perfume is your jam and it's important to you, by all means, I think you should spend your money on what's important. But if you are in the market for some really good affordable perfumes, check out the ones at Old Navy. And Target is also really upped their game in the beauty department lately. You can find so many new brands, especially in the makeup and perfume section, that have some really wonderful smells. Check them out and leave the $100 bottles of perfumes for your Christmas list instead. The next thing I want to talk about is beauty regimens. Now, I've talked about this on my channel a ton before, so I don't want to go into a lot of detail and bore those of you wonderful people that watch all my videos, but there are a couple beauty things that I do at home to save me hundreds of dollars throughout the year. And I actually have videos on all of them, so I'm just going to go ahead and let you know. One of them is I trim my hair a couple times a year. As I mentioned, my hair is very dry. I also get balayage done probably every 7 to 9, 10 months a year. So that does keep my hair from growing out like crazy, but it also does lend to my hair being even more dry and damaged, since this weird curl frizz stuff is natural, and when you see me with straight hair, I'm actually straightening my hair, so it does get damaged a lot easier. My hair takes a long time to cut because I have a lot of hair, and I love my stylist, but she also takes me about 30 minutes to drive there, and I just don't want to spend the time and money all the time to get these little maintenance trims in between. So I trim my hair at home. I have a whole video on it. I actually use a method called the unicorn method. I found it on YouTube years ago, and I've been doing it ever since. You can check out my video. I'm going to link it up here in the cards, and you can watch exactly how I cut my hair at home. The next thing I do is I do my own gel manicure and pedicures at home. And again, I've mentioned this so many times before on my channel. I went ahead and purchased a kit on Amazon, so I'm able to do them myself at home. I just keep it in this little box, and I have an entire video that has the kit linked. I'll also link the kit and all of these products down below in case you're in the market for some new things. But this video is not intended to make you run out and buy all the things that I show in this video. It's really just to share some fun ideas with how I save money on beauty. But you can also check out the video up here on how I do my own gel manicure at home. That's going to save you a ton of money too, especially if you love getting your nails done. I do still go to the salon every once in a while. I just went a couple weeks ago before I went to a business event because, quite frankly, I was just running out of time. If I'm in a pinch and in a time crunch, I will visit the salon for a pedicure maybe 2-3 times a year. But just look at it as a way to treat myself every once in a while, and it makes me feel really fancy, and I'm not fancy. The next thing I do is I use what's called an epilator most of the time when I shave. Now, this is something I stumbled on a couple months ago, and I've really been loving it. I might have shared about this in another video as well, but I'm going to give you a little bit more details today. So there are a couple ways that you can remove hair from your body. Obviously, you can shave, you can wax, you can get laser hair removal. I hate shaving. I can't stand it. Thank gosh I'm married because I don't shave near as much as I should. Is that TMI? And shaving does not last near as long as some of these other methods. So when you actually wax your hair, it is ripping your entire hair out from the follicle. So that's why waxing lasts a lot longer than shaving, because when you're shaving, you're simply cutting it off the part of the hair that's sticking out from your skin. So when you use this fun little device called an epilator, it is almost like an electric shaver, but instead of shaving your hair off, it is grabbing your hair with these tiny little rotating discs and pulling it right out from the follicle as well. So epilating can last much longer. There's a couple downfalls. It can be painful. If you've had a tattoo before, it's really not that bad. I also find you get used to it a lot, and there's a couple different things you can do to help minimize the pain when you're epilating. I'm not going to go into all of that today, or my video will be 40 minutes long, and then everybody will yell at me in the comments. But I'll just quickly show you how it works. So it's just a little device that you plug in. You can get battery operated ones. I just grabbed one that you plug in. This only cost me, I think, about $30. And I just wanted to try it and see if I like it. And I hope you can see the little discs on here. I'm going to turn it on. So they just rotate, and as you're bringing it up your leg, it actually grabs the hairs in those little discs and rips them out. I know it might sound a little torturous, but I promise it's really not that bad. The upside to epilating is it lasts longer and it's so much better for the environment. So I haven't purchased any disposable razors since using this. You can take it on a plane, you can throw it in your car. It's super easy, it's small, it's really light, and I really like it. I especially like it for my underarms because you don't have that weird stubble feeling. It reduces ingrown hairs or razor burn. So this is something I've been using. You only pay for it once and it lasts for a really long time. Again, I'll link it down below if you want to check it out or just get more information. The next thing I like to do is I dry brush. So this is a dry brush. So I got this on Amazon. I think it was under $10. And you go through your whole body. These are pretty stiff bristles. You go through your whole body and you brush everything up towards your heart. So this does a couple things. It's supposed to really help your circulatory system. And I do feel like I have some circulation issues at time, which is what prompted me to try this in the first place. And it's also supposed to be just really good for your skin, very good for exfoliating, and also great for helping cellulite. Now, I don't think it's actually going to get rid of your cellulite, but I do think it's supposed to help minimize the look of your cellulite, probably over time. I haven't really seen any difference yet, but I also haven't been super consistent, and I've only been doing it a short while. But this is a new thing that I have enjoyed, and it's super cheap. Another idea is to look for things at the dollar store. Now, hang on a minute. Let me explain. I try to be pretty picky about what I put on my skin because of some of the things I mentioned, the way things aggravate me. Plus, especially with the dollar store and a lot of cheaper products, you have to be careful because you just don't know where they're coming from or what's in them. However, if you frequent the dollar store, then you know sometimes they get an influx of brand name beauty products. That is when I like to grab them and try them out. So for the past couple months, at least in my area, they have had a lot of the brand Say Yes. You know, they do the Say Yes to tomatoes, Say Yes to carrots, all different beauty products. And they have had a bunch of sheet masks. So I will try those. They're only $1. It's a fraction of the price that you'd pay in Target, but it's a brand I already know, like, and trust. I will not get the random dollar store brand face masks and put that on my face. No way. I'd probably have to go to the hospital. I know that sounds a little judgy, but I do feel that you get what you pay for, and you want to be really specific and choosy when you're picking products to put on such delicate skin, especially such as your face. Remember, our skin is actually our body's biggest organ, so just be careful with what you choose. I do have one example. Recently at my dollar store, I have found these 2 packs of hair masks. They look like this. I don't know if you can see that. They are the brand Garnier, which I would use otherwise, and I trust. It's fine. It's just a drugstore brand. I don't normally use super pricey salon brands. I've tried a bunch in the past. I have never really found an expensive salon product that I felt changed my life. If I ever do, I am willing to pay for it because, again, I do believe you get what you pay for. And like I always say, if something's working well for you, it fills a need in your life, and it's bringing value to your life, that's where you should focus your spending on. These I would probably purchase in Target because I do like to deep condition my hair at times, but I happen to find them at the dollar store instead. So it was a 2-pack. They're only 50 cents each, and they are whole blends olive oil rinse out mask. So when you find different products like this at the dollar store, sometimes I'll grab a couple and I'll stock up. I've also recently found Vaseline Lip Balm at the dollar store. It's the Vaseline brand. It's only $1. You'd probably pay $3 to $4 in Target. So I also grabbed a couple of those. And in fact, I'm probably going to go back and get more because I really like it. The last thing I want to talk about today for Frugal Beauty is that I often will buy sample boxes. This happens most often at Target because I just see them there more often, but sometimes at Ulta around the holidays, they'll have similar boxes. Target calls theirs beauty boxes. They have them for women. They now have them for men. They even have them for babies. And it's just usually a $5 to $7, $10 box that has all different types of samples in them. But sometimes they even have full-size products in them. As I mentioned, I recently was on a work trip out of town and I needed some new mascara. Now, I really struggle with mascara and concealer. I have a very difficult time finding products that work for me, that don't aggravate or irritate my eyes, that don't flake off. I have tried it all. And I actually prefer a couple of premier brands, but I just didn't want to spend $20 to $30 on a mascara right now because I had a whole bunch of things I needed to purchase for my trip. I do believe in spending $20 on a mascara if it works for me really well, doesn't irritate my eyes, and I know I love it. However, I didn't want to do that this time, and I wanted to try out a couple new ones because I know there's some drugstore brands out there that I could love as well. So I was walking through Target and I saw they had a beauty box with a couple different sample mascaras in it. Now this box only cost me, I believe, $4.99, and it contained both of these mascaras. So this is called NYX On the Rise, and this is Maybelline. It's called Total Temptation. So both of these gave me a nice travel size that I was able to try out and take on my trip, and it only cost me $5 for the entire box. The great thing about that is if I don't like these, I'm not spending $9, $10 per mascara, and it's not wasting the amount of money as if it would if I went out and bought full-size products. It also came with a couple other samples, including a Garnier micellar water to remove your makeup, and this is perfect for travel. If you've traveled recently and you've looked in the travel aisle, just 1 or 2 travel products can cost you anywhere from $2 to $7 a piece. So spending $5 on a box and getting 4 to 5 travel products in my book is a huge bargain, and also gives you the opportunity to try a whole bunch of different products without wasting a lot of product and without wasting a lot of money. So those are all my suggestions for frugal beauty tips, ideas, tricks. I hope you guys found some of these helpful. I would love to hear your feedback down in the comment section. Please let me know what you thought, if you use any of these products, if you have any other ideas, because I love getting ideas from you guys. I find it so fun when I learn new things from you. I really appreciate you sharing your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. Please do not forget to go check out Caden's video and Penny's Not Perfections video, because I know they are going to have some great ideas to share with you as well. And remember, I have their information down below in the description box and a whole bunch of other links and helpful videos that I think you guys are going to love. Thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate you, and I hope to see you back again. Have a great day. Bye.